The Looppa Cosmos. Until now, the social networks we know have their own URL, and these users registered on those networks are limited to operating within that domain. For example, Facebook has its own URL, but none of its users are able to see the MySpace users while they are logged in the Facebook community. And for sure, they cannot make comments on their profiles. To resolve this issue, they would have to go to a different URL. What is the difference between the other communities and ours? Let's imagine this is the Patito Feo community. This community has its own URL, www.patitofeo.tv, and all the users registered can navigate the whole community freely. Let's visualize that Patito Feo is not the only children's community, but that it also coexists with other communities within a system that we shall call microcosmos. Inside this microcosmos, kids, we have to see that there are other communities, Pluto community and Donald community. These communities also have their own URL, but have nothing to do with each other. Each community attracts its own traffic through its own means and its own audience. All the children's communities, while Looppa Cosmos contains this microcosmos and all the other microcosmos of communities. Let's picture this. 3 communities being part of the same circle. A user can search and explore in their community or in the kids' microcosmos. Here is where the difference with other social networks comes into play. For example, if user A wants to explore other users in other communities or look for user B, but user B belongs to a different community than A, it is still possible to find him using the microcosmos search tool. Once he finds user B, he is redirected to his community and is able to look at their profile and add them as a friend by joining as a member of this new community automatically. All his registration details are maintained from his original community. From each community, one will be able to see the content that a user has uploaded from the different communities he's part of. For example, at the bottom of his video page, they will see if the user has video content from other communities in the Cosmos. If we expand our vision a bit further, we can see that this microcosmos for children is part of a bigger cosmos that contains other communities like sports, multimedia, music, and newspapers. This enables adding content from outside the kids' microcosmos. Let's suppose a user from the Patito Feo community is looking for a song of Madonna and uses the Patito Feo Cosmos search tool. The search results will also bring the content from the macrocosmos Looppa, and will find Madonna's space that belongs to the Sony community. If the user would like to be part of his community, he can join automatically and create his user space in the Sony community. The system can also recommend the user to become part of other communities according to their interests, gender, age, region, and so on. Looppa puts forward new important advances on the commercial side of its application. Let's suppose that we are dealing with the producers of Patito Feo. Looppa would create the community, the producers would promote it through their multimedia, and all the traffic would go to that promoted URL. But let's suppose that Patito Feo is sold to another country like Chile. Looppa can offer the same community with all the existing contents to the TV channel who bought the program. How? We create a subdomain in the TV channel site that could be something like www.patitofeo.chilechannel.com, preserving the same look and feel and adding the channel's logos at the home of this new Patito Feo community, generating again all the advertising spaces to this specific community. If there is a country interested in exclusive sponsorship of the community, we could create a commercial subdomain related to this community, like for example, www.patitofeo.coca-cola.com. This enables a new community branded for this company, with all the existing Patito Feo content available under this brand name. From a commercial standpoint, this provides further gains to the producers, as their product can be sold to different countries, with the advantage that each new place would have its own advertising space available for its local market. Looppa Cosmos. The connection between the microcosmos has been thought out to offer a versatile tool that enables outstanding communication and interaction. The logic behind the Cosmos and microcosmos under the same platform enables an ideal application for big media groups or multimedia groups, that are managing newspapers, radios, TV channels, etc. For example, it's possible for a TV channel to create a site for each program or even for each category they want, like sports, news, fiction, or kids. The same concept applies to a company that deals with newspapers, creating a Cosmos for each of the local papers. Newspaper East Coast, Newspaper West Coast, and in the same way for its individual sections, sports, politics, etc. This concept applies for news programs and radio stations as well. Thanks to our revolutionary platform, Looppa enhances user interaction and develops intelligent and integral solutions for web communities.